Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another game I played on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. And this time I am going up against a player named Fantasy Freak 08, and I'm going to be using a Virizion Genesect deck. Now the first time I used this deck, I had a list that included things like Prism Energy, Deoxys EX, Thundurus EX, and honestly there are a lot of different ways you can build this deck. And I don't know if anyone's really found the best way to do it yet. But a lot of people asked if I would just play a more simple, straightforward version of the deck with just Virizion and Genesect. Use Virizion EX to Emerald Slash and power up your Genesect EX. And the Genesect EX, of course, is your main attacker. You have Megalo Cannon, does 100 damage to the active, 22 benched Pokemon. And you have the G Booster tool, which allows you to do 200 damage and then discard 2 energy attached to Genesect EX. So the idea here is just to lead off with Virizion, or you could always lead off with Genesect if you'd like. With 2 attachments and a Chorus Machine, you can Megalo Cannon turn 2, since it requires 2 Grass Energy and a Colorless Energy. So it works out nicely like that. In general, leading with Virizion happens to be a little better, since you get more energy in play total. And if something crazy happens, you can always just Emerald Slash to a new Genesect, and you'll always have that option available. But we'll see what happens in this game. I actually end up with a pretty poor hand. I'm going up against a Keldeo EX here. So I open with the wonderful Chorus, which does not do very much in your opening hand because you don't have much of a bench to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball away my Keldeo EX and a Chorus. Looking back, I might not have, I probably should not have discarded a basic, since I'm probably going to have to Chorus. So drawing an extra card would have been pretty nice. But I was worried about a catcher stalling my Keldeo active. That could have been a problem. So I am just going to go ahead. Ultra Ball for the Virizion EX. And I'm going to guarantee myself a turn 2 Emerald Slash here. I'm going to wait to play down the Sky Arrow Bridge till the next turn in case my opponent puts down a stadium like that Tropical Beach. And right away we can see, alright, he's using a Squirtle. Yeah, a Squirtle. No, Blastoise. When your opponent opens with a Keldeo EX, you don't really know what it is. That card could be in any deck, quite honestly. So I had to wait and see, and we see the Squirtles. Immediately we know it's a Blastoise Keldeo deck with Black Kyurem EX as well. And wow, that is an extremely strong opening with 2 Squirtle down, a Keldeo, a Black Kyurem, and then a Tropical Beach for 6 cards. Okay, so if he didn't get all that stuff, I probably would have just, kind of played it safe. But in this matchup, I actually feel like you can't really afford to miss a beat. So I went for the Chorus for 4. I put down the Sky Arrow Bridge, countered the Tropical Beach, and I happened to get very lucky this game. I got a catcher for the Squirtle. I also have a Chorus Machine. I can go ahead and play that if I want. I might not want to in case, he gets a monster start and, catchers out the Genesect EX, gets a Rare Candy Blastoise, and then a Black Ballista takes out my Genesect. And I really just kind of waste a Chorus Machine for nothing. But, there's a chance he could end me, and it's super unlikely for all that stuff to happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and Chorus Machine to the Genesect. We'll knock out the Squirtle with Emerald Slash, since it is weak to grass. And then get 2 energy onto Genesect EX. And alright, here we go. We got a fully powered Genesect and a Virizion EX. Hopefully things are going to go well this game. My opponent does play an Ultra Ball though, and Rare Candy, and a Blastoise, and 2 Water Energy, and an Energy Retrieval. And okay, there's a turn 2 Black Ballista. Wonderful. And an N to boot, so fresh hand of 6. That is one of the most ridiculous starts I've seen with that deck. My goodness. Alright, so if he has a catcher here, I think I might just actually lose the game. Thankfully, there's no catcher. But he got 6 energy on a Black Kyurem EX on the second turn. So now, pretty much no matter what, I am going to get hit by Black Ballista next turn. Because he can just attach manually. I figure my only way to win at this point is to go after Blastoise. You can see that Drifloon, there's a lot of space in this deck when you just run straight Virizion and Genesect, so I added in a Drifblim line because it's very good against those Plasma decks. The Plasma Blast Drifblim has that ability which allows you to attack for 1 less for each Plasma Pokemon your opponent has in play. Useless in this matchup though, so we're going to go discard that. And then Catcher out the Blastoise and attach to the bench Genesect EX. Just going to play down as much stuff as I can. And then we're going to Megalo Cannon for 200 since it is weak to grass. And then we'll just do 20 somewhere. This damage probably isn't going to be relevant. I really don't like Megalo Cannon as an attack compared to something like Darkrai EX's Night Spear. Because what happens is, with Night Spear, 90 is enough to get 2-hit knockouts no matter what. Right? Against 180 HP Pokemon, you just do 90 and 90. Megalo Cannon, it's like overkill. You do 100 and 100. The difference is the bench damage for Darkrai is better. 32 bench Pokemon, way better than 20. And that's why I don't really like Megalo Cannon that much. But we do see a Black Kyurem EX. And if my opponent gets a Squirtle down here, I am in serious trouble. Because he could get a Blastoise out. But he's just going to Black Ballista. So this actually isn't terrible right now. I'm just going to go ahead and promote Virizion. Since I do have a Sky Bridge. And wow, what a top deck. Okay, got the Chorus Machine. This was an extremely good hand off of an N to 4. I'll tell you that much. We'll go ahead and attach that grass to the Genesect, so I will be able to Megalo Cannon this turn. And I'm going to go ahead and Super Rod. You know, he's only got 2 prizes left, so there's not really a point to shuffling in any attackers here. I might as well just put in 3 grass energy. I don't even know if I needed a Super Rod here. I do play Super Rod in this deck because it seems like you burn through your energy really quickly with Emerald Slash. So, a lot of times when I play this deck, I actually run out of energy. So I decided to throw in a Super Rod. Why not? But I will just go ahead. And I did get a catcher off of my Juniper there. Going to go ahead and catcher out the Keldeo EX since it is weak to grass. And then Megalo Cannon for 200. And this is the natural advantage that Genesect would have against this Blastoise deck. You know, the weakness is actually pretty nice. And now I'm down to 2 prizes each. So it feels like in this matchup, whoever misses the first beat kind of might lose. You know, one missed turn for me, I would have gotten blown out this game. You know, if I missed that catcher on the second turn, if I didn't knock out the Blastoise, if I missed the Chorus Machine this turn, maybe I'd be a turn behind. But when everything kind of fell into place, it was good. And now it's just a formality. We're going to Skyla for the G Booster A-Spec. Could put that on to Genesect EX and do 200 for the game. And here we go. G Booster attack. Oh, he conceded before we could see it. Oh well. Alright. So, we got a win here with the Genesect Virizion deck. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have some more for you soon. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. But we'll see if I can tweak it and make it a little better. Alright. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.